So, XTz1200 Super Tenere final drive. To do the backlash measurement, you need a couple of special tools. One is the bolt you see me screwing in, and the other is the dial indicator attachment. Screw the bolt in until it takes up the slack and there's no movement. Twist the final drive in one direction. Zero your indicator, twist it in the other direction, check the measurement. So you can see here tightening up that indicator arm, and you zero it, pushed one direction, then go clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, and see what the measurement is. Anywhere between 0.20 and 0.40 is acceptable. You've actually joined up about halfway through the process. I do 8 measurements, 4 90 degrees apart, then turn 45 degrees, do 90 degrees apart. That way you've got measurements every 45 degrees and you can tell if anything is out. This is basically the last couple for the entire project. Settle yourself in there. I don't do the retaining bolt up particularly tight because I don't want to damage or mar the gear surfaces. So in this case, there's a little bit more backlash measurement than you would expect to see because I haven't tightened right down on the bolt. Probably in the range of about 0.05, around there. So you can see on this one, so from 0 to 36, 0, 37, there's probably, as I said, 0.05 more than we'd expect there. Then when you're done, you can back it off. So you can see me unscrewing the thing there, turn it through 90 degrees, tighten it back down again. So Yamaha want exorbitant amounts of money for both the indicator arm clamp and the locking bolt. So I just made them. It was easier to make them than it was to try and buy them. They weren't particularly difficult. The main thing with this one is there is a very specific height that you measure the backlash at. That little red line you can see on the indicator arm there, that's 63 millimeters above center for the axle. And you measure at that point at as close to 90 degrees to the indicator arm as you can. It doesn't make that much difference, but it's enough that you just want to be right with it. Once you've taken all your measurements, I like to take the bolt all the way out, take the clamping arm, take the indicator arm away, and make sure that there's not, take everything away from it. Spin it a few times and just make sure that everything's good. I've already done a check to make sure that there's no leaking seals, that everything is solid and tight, and you're just doing a quick check there to see how it feels. These are the tools that I made: the indicator clamp and the gear locking bolt. The seal driver, the seal that locks in to the final drive, is a very, very precise fit. So the seal driver has to be within about 0.05 of the fit, and the line you can see engraved around it is the depth that you drive the seal into to make sure that you've got a good seal. We're just starting the process there. When it's in, you go through, check that everything's all good and solid, there's no problems with it. Reinstall the final drive, check the manual, make sure all the final drive bolts are done up to spec, put the wheel in, load everything back onto the axle, everything done up to spec. Ready for the test ride, all finished, and that's the job done. So come and see us at Skinny's and we'll see what we can do for you. Thanks.